Welcome to the show floor at IPC APEX 2025 in lovely Anaheim, California, right across from Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, right?
So absolutely.
I am joined today by Abel Castillo. He's the Director of Sales with Aimtron. Aimtron, of course, is a global EMS company.
Yes.
And I'm not going to say anything about it. You're going to say something about them. So why don't we start? Tell about the company's story, how it began, kind of some major milestones in the development.
Sure.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're one of the first employees, right?
Yes, I am. Yes,
wow.
I am. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, first, I want to thank you for having us, and appreciate you giving us the opportunity to tell a little bit about our journey and our story for Aimtron. We started out about 2009, in March 2009, and we're based out of Palatine, Illinois, and then we also have operations in India. Basically, Mukesh and I, we started out in March of 2009. We had a very small facility, basically no customers, blank building. And then from there, we just kind of built it up. We started out with about 14,000 square feet in manufacturing. And today, what we have today is a multi-presence here domestically and also in India. And the company, our goal was to establish an EMS end-to-end solution. We wanted to have a company that can go in, offer our customers complete solutions,
right,
such as design, manufacturing, testing, and we wanted to make sure that we had a very stable processes. So we immediately decided to implement our quality systems, our ERP systems, setting up our supply chain. Being able to go ahead and ensure that we had strong relationships with our partners,
right,
our supply chain.
Right.
And so today we've evolved here 16 years later. We have now, currently right now, we have 9 surface mount lines here in domestic in Palatine. And then we have an additional 6 in India. And we're planning on continue growing that.
It's a good story.
Oh, absolutely. No, we've our presence has been very. We've been very blessed that our customers is what really has made it, and building the right team.
And I wanted to ask about that because I think that's an important piece. And I've spoken to Mukesh before. So the issue of employee retention, right, keeping good people and
Absolutely.
growing people, and also the culture that you guys have developed within Aimtron. Tell us about those.
Well, I think one of the most important things is obviously our employees, building the right team, and we got very lucky at the beginning because a lot of our employees that have been there, I've been there since day one. We have many employees, management, operators, supervisor, and all aspects of operations, whether it's operations, procurement, engineering, development. They're with us since the beginning. And even beyond that, Mukesh has some employees that have been with him even before Aimtron, going out 22 years. So we feel that that's the most important thing. And I think how we retain the right individuals, we give them an opportunity for growth. We give them an opportunity to really be able to participate, whether if it's additional schooling, being able to have a great environment, being able to have the opportunity for learning and being part of that roadmap and them having a say in this industry.
Yeah.
Let's face it, you're only as strong as your coworkers.
Right.
That's kind of what it comes down to. And it comes through our service that we offer our customers. We want to make sure that we have the right people in place that can come to find solutions for our customers.
Right.
And so far, we've been very successful at that.
Yeah. And yeah, I wanted to ask about that, the solutions you provide, because I think you guys have differentiated from the beginning. ODM is one of it, right? Yes. And the design development, but also being the full turnkey, right? So speak to what benefit that and how that differentiates you.
Sure. The original design manufacturer, basically what that is that we've come to a point where we started out soon after we started the business, is that we wanted to offer our customer an end-to-end solution. That meant that when they came to us, they had sometimes a concept, they had a white paper and said, we want you to design and manufacture this. So what we've done is, over our years of experience, I've been in this industry for approaching now 38 years in this industry, and we wanted to make sure that we can bring on the right resources that we can offer our customers a solution. In this case, a design. And we design everything from automotive, battery management systems, lighting, medical devices. We offer products that we manufacture. Agricultural. We help feed the world on some of our accounts, if you could imagine that. We do fun stuff like gaming products. We do medical devices, very critical devices, surgical, lighting, those types of type of products. So I think what it really comes down to is that Aimtron, what makes us kind of unique is that we feel that we are leading from a technological standpoint. We have great relationships with our supply chain. One of the things that we did very early on is that we wanted to make sure that on the surface mount side was to able to join and build a solid relationship. One of our key suppliers is in fact Fuji, and they're the leading edge surface mount pick and place and other products that they offer. And we have that exclusively within our operations. So we're really proud of that. The investment is very critical. And we feel that as we lead, that we need to be able to go out and reach out. And so as those technologies come on board and the changes, we need to keep up with that. But we also want to lead from that also.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned having the footprint, Illinois and India. So tell me, which came first? Was it Illinois and then expanded internationally to India?
Yes.
And when you did that, what was the benefit that your customers got for that?
Well, I think one of the biggest benefits is obviously started out in Illinois, and then immediately after that, we decided that we wanted to go to offshore. And the reason why we did that is because we wanted to have an opportunity for our customers to get product out, maybe start here, and then eventually go for larger volumes and cost reduction offshore. And so what we did is we did a mirror image of our manufacturing, our software, our engineering development. So we have the development teams here. We have it the same in India. The equipment is exactly the same. Our ERP systems are the same. Capital equipment is the same. Our processes are the same. So what we can do is leverage that here in our getting started and then transfer that. One of the keys about this is that we want to be able to maximize and to be able to have quick turnover, that we can start it here and then have it the same in India. Also from a risk standpoint, if let's say we had a storm of some sort that would maybe delay us on a particular product, and then so that we can then in turn turn on, whether if it's here or in India, and we've experienced that, with different areas, especially with during COVID. We had products and supply chain interruptions, and what we did is we countered that was because we can leverage both sides of whether if it's in India or here, and it's worked out really well. So that's a more of a, I would say, the plus that we really offer is that it gives us a little bit more flexibility for our customers.
And it sounds like too, from hearing you speak, you've also, in the course of that history, which really isn't that long if you think about it, right?
No,
it's a great story that way. You also became more vertically integrated in the process. Tell about that.
Yeah, one of the things that we wanted to do was not just offer assembly, but we really wanted to look at this thing from a standpoint where we don't have to rely on outside supply chain. So what we've done is we've started to look at and now have expand not only on the printed circuit board and the testing and development, but we wanted to go off and have a complete cycle, a complete solution. And that meant cables that we do in-house. That meant sheet metal. Gives us an opportunity to go out and expand also in the plastics, injection molding and that. And so what that does is that gives us a complete solution for our customers, and they really like that. And plus, but we also have continue those relationships with our supply chain, so we always have a backup.
Good.
So, and I think that's really key, and we're very proud of that, and I think that's part of what our success is, to be able to offer that to our customers and make sure that we have a complete solution, but at the same time, reduce the risk.
Right.
That's a really positive thing for us.
Yeah. I think customers like that because they only have one neck to choke if something
absolutely.
when there's a problem. It's grab them. So let me think. I'm thinking about this. So Aimtron is $100+ million entity. You've had 30% year-over-year growth for several years. Kind of, as you look at that and where you are today, What are the drivers?
Well, I think, I mean, obviously, the most important thing is our staff, picking the right team,
Yeah.
being able to align ourselves with our supply chain, being able to have great partnership with our customers. Our customers come to us; they literally hand us their product and say, "We want you to go off and build it." It's kind of like they're asking us to take care of their little ones, you know,
Right.
and they're handing it over to us. That's their baby, and I think that's the way you kind of have to look at it. And so we take a very serious approach at it, and we want to make sure that we can offer that. And not only that, but I think we have to be innovative. We have to be able to offer them cost reductions. We have to be able to offer them quicker opportunities to get to their markets. Let's face it, product development is very, very important.
Oh, yeah.
The days of 1-2 years, those days are gone. We have customers that want product out within 3 to 5, 6 months now.
Yeah.
And so what we do is we leverage all our resources that we have globally.
Yep.
And I think that's part of our success there is just making sure. But I think the most important thing is our individuals, giving our folks there, our coworkers, not only opportunity to be able to grow, but to be able to be part of that roadmap and to be able to make sure that we, Aimtron, that we could meet the requirements that they're looking for. They're looking for stability. They're looking for growth. They're looking for having a part of a say within the company, having a great environment. And the most important thing is we have fun at it. You know what I mean? And if you have fun at doing something, you're going to be successful at it, right?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, it's been challenging times in the industry for the last year or so, but so I guess that's as context to set up. What's next for you guys? Where do you see the opportunities in the market to continue to grow the success of Aimtron?
Yeah, I think I would say our roadmap here is to we've already met our immediate goal was to meet that revenue that we talked about earlier. And I think as we grow, the industry gives us an opportunity for such as your company, EMSNOW, that lets us tell us our story. It gives us that platform where we can go ahead and continue sharing that with not only you folks, but the industry like IPC. But now we have a story that we can tell our customers. Here's our successes. We have products that we can show that we've been building it for many, many years. A lot of our customers have been with us since day one.
Wow.
And that's really unheard of in this industry because they've been true partners. And we're not talking about just, manufacturing engineering, but we're talking all the way up through their upper management, vice president. We build for Fortune 500 companies. We build for startups. We build for those yet smaller companies. But I think that's our success is just picking the right customers, being able to build the right team, making sure that we're innovative. We can look at the right products that we want to be able to go off and market. And at the same time, we want to be able to lead. So I think that's kind of where it comes from is our success and where we're going to be 3 and 5 years from now.
No, it's a great story in the industry, and I love telling the stories. And and it's interesting too because you see a lot of movement towards India. It's very hot right now in the industry, right? And you guys already have that footprint, so it's like
no, it is.
It just flows your way,
and it is because we're obviously with the our India factory, and even here we're seeing
one factory or two. What do you have?
We actually have 3 in India. And we have 2 buildings here in domestically. Okay. But I think part of that is interesting you bring that up, is that we're seeing that the India market is really opening up due to the global unstableness that you see right now, whether if it's supply chain, tariffs. There's a lot of movement from certain areas of the world that they want to go and have a little bit more security.
Yep.
But the India market brings something very unique to us also is that we have a well-educated staff there, lots of engineering support. Everybody speaks English.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's a real plus. And our success with Aimtron domestically is the onshoring. We're seeing a lot of manufacturing come back to us. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why we can have ample capacity here also. Yep. And eventually we can grow. So one of the areas that I say that we can grow is not only domestically in India, but we're looking at expanding domestically in the Southwest. And also we're looking at being able to eventually maybe branch out into the European markets.
Oh, excellent.
And we already serve customers in those areas, in Spain, in Europe, in Germany. And those are areas that we think that we're going to expand out. Eventually we can see ourselves expanding maybe in the South America and those areas, because we're already doing business with those also in those areas. We're doing business with South America, Dominican Republic. So as you can see, as we're growing that footprint, it's going to demand and command more opportunities for Aimtron's growth.
No, absolutely. And just put in a pitch. I actually have lived in Texas the last 20 years, and Texas has a lot to recommend it as far as a location.
Absolutely. No, there's no question about it. I think the Southwest brings us another great opportunity for expansion. And so, but yeah, I just wanted to say we really want to thank you for giving us this opportunity. We want to thank IPC. And I think this just kind of just tells us, we'd love to tell our story. I think ultimately Aimtron is going to be around for a long time. And we feel that we are a leader. We've really outgrown that that smaller footprint, and now we have this global presence, and we're really proud of what Aimtron's accomplished over the past 16 years here.
No, it's a fantastic story. I'm glad to help tell a little bit about it, and
I appreciate that.
Hopefully we stay in touch. We keep talking about it moving forward because I think people are interested.
Absolutely. No, we'll continue telling the story, and we look forward to doing this again soon.
Good, Abel.
All right.
It's been a pleasure, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. You bet.